What's up? We're back. We got the view. It's nice out. I just wanted to come on here and talk about delusion. The type of delusion that pushes you past any sort of negative thought or any external factor like people or your family or parents telling you to stop. Delusion is a genuine superpower if you can utilize it correctly. Like, there was a time in my life when I wanted something so bad and I wanted to get to my goals, to my dreams. I wanted everything. But everything in my life externally around me was proving to me that I couldn't get it. My family, my parents, my friends were all telling me that it wasn't possible. Or even myself, I was even trying to tell myself that I wasn't worthy of it, or I just needed to stick to the college route and, pursue those things, even though I didn't want to. But you know what drove me? Fucking delusion. Delusion drove me to the moon. If I told myself a year ago that I was gonna be in this position right now, being able to make, 10K, 20K a month, being able to impact others as much as I am, being able to have a platform to talk to you guys on and, convictionalize myself through, I wouldn't believe myself because I was in such a bad mental state. But that is the time in your life when everything will work out. The time in your life when nothing is going right, when nothing is working out and everything is failing, is the test to see if you are worthy of your goals. But you know what is going to drive you? Delusion. Think of like these big people like fucking, billionaires, millionaires, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all these people. You think they were having people tell them in the past that it wasn't going to work out, or they had countless nights, years of nothing working out? Yes, they did. But you know what drove them? Fucking delusion. They had belief in themselves. Belief in your heart is what matters. They had so much belief that no matter how much time passed, they still made it work. They still stayed up. They still put in the work. Time is literally not a factor if you can be so delusional to the point where you are willing to work no matter how much time passes. And this is where most people quit. Most people quit literally when they don't see a month or two of results, or they don't see any progress after a year. But bro, it's not about time. Like, if you think about it, time doesn't even exist. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. Can you really prove to yourself that the past is real? You really can't. Can you prove to yourself that the future is real? You can't, because the future isn't guaranteed. So what do we have? We have the present moment. If you attach yourself to these things that, are in the future or 10 years from now, you're not going to be able to get to there as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. Because you don't even know if you're going to be alive in 2 years. Like, I literally remember a year ago, not even, right? I was in high school, I was going to graduate, and people started seeing my TikToks, my social media platforms, and they told me that, it was weird. Or they were like, oh, you have 5,000 followers, you have 1,000 followers, what are you trying to do? And yeah, sure, maybe I was affected by it a little bit. But deep in my heart, I knew it was part of the process. I knew that people clowning me or calling me weird was going to happen. I just knew. And I also knew that I had to push past that. And I was delusional, bro. Like, I've always fucking known that I had something inside of me that other people didn't. I've always fucking known that I had more to myself and more potential than anybody fucking else around me, because I was so fucking delusional to the point where nothing was gonna fucking stop me. Nothing was gonna stop me. Only God will stop me. And if I am still breathing right now, I will fucking push as hard as I fucking can. I don't care if I'm on my deathbed. I will still put in as much work as I possibly can, because I know how precious this life is. We are all literally just so rare. You as a human, me as a human, we are rare. We are literally, I think, 1 in 400 trillion. If that doesn't click something inside of you, I don't know what will. We are the rarest beings on this earth. We are made up of, God's creation, and we are perfectly made. We are perfectly in God's image. You can accomplish anything that you want. It says in the Bible, whether you are religious or not, it says spiritually that the kingdom of heaven is located within you. And if that makes sense to you, if you really think about it, the kingdom of heaven, where everything is perfect, everywhere, everything was made from, that is inside of you. You have the power of the universe and God inside of you. That will push you past anything. Are you really gonna let people that don't have the same dreams as you, or people that have a complete wasted mindset and don't really care about their lives, stop you from getting to your dreams? Bro, you have one life. You have one life to make it happen. You have one chance. If you are going to waste that from people telling you to stop or people criticizing you, you have already lost. You have already lost. The mindset that changed everything for me was, why not me? Why not me? Why not me? If these people that were making billions and millions of dollars from nothing were able to do it, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Why can't you do it? You can. That's the answer. Like, I was stuck for so long before I started my business, before I got into my high income skill that changed my life. I wasn't seeing any results, bro. I was broke. I just posted a TikTok on it. Like, I had 69 cents in my bank account. I literally was broke. I couldn't afford anything. I was living and borrowing off people. My life was terrible. But I genuinely looked at myself in the mirror and told myself, if you aren't going to change yourself and choose to change yourself, then who will? No one. No one was going to change me. No one was going to come to save me. God even wasn't going to reach down and pull me out of the depths if I wasn't willing to do so. So you know what I did? I was willing to pull myself out of the depths. I was willing to change my life, because if we have one life, then why not give it all now? Why not push as hard as we can right now? And that is when my life changed. My life changed in weeks. I remember, like, I was so focused on my goals, so like I wanted my goals so bad that I was sitting there with nothing to my name, no money, nothing, no assets. And I was still willing to put in the work. I was still so hungry for it. I was so fucking hungry. It's not even a joke. I would cry myself to bed. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Before I changed my life, I literally was crying and depressed in my own bed, in my room every night, because I knew who I was. I knew that I was this person that didn't give it his all, that wasn't worthy of success. And I knew that internally, but I was still stuck in this loop of procrastination and bad habits and stuff that was taking control of my life. I knew what I had to do to change, but something inside of me was telling me to stop. But that thing that was inside of me that was telling me to stop was just keeping me more sad, was leading me down the worst path. So I got up one morning, I looked at people my age that were doing the same thing, and I became delusional to the point where nothing was gonna fucking stop me. I think I remember saying one time in my mirror that I was just a complete bitch. I was a terrible person and no one was coming to save me. And believe me, I've had multiple months and years in my life where nothing worked out, but I was delusional enough to be able to push to my goals because I had such a deep desire in my heart, right? My mom literally told me, like, she was pretty much forcing me to go to college and like put this all away because nothing was working. And I honestly believed her. Like, I was almost there to saying, you know, okay, I'll do it. I'll go to college. I'll take the average route, because I was scared that it wasn't going to work. But I woke up with delusion in my heart and the power of God in the fucking universe inside of me. And I made it happen right then and there. Even if you don't see progress 2 years, 3 years, 10 years down the line, if you want it bad enough and you're delusional enough, it will come to you. That is how the universe works. God will reward you if you are putting in the work, if you believe and have faith that your works will work. It is that simple. I think I saw this thing one time where it's about a bamboo tree. And when you plant a bamboo tree, actually, let me look it up. Yeah, when a bamboo tree is planted in the ground, for the first 4 to 5 years, you see nothing, like no leaves, no life, anything. You think that nothing is happening. You think that it's just stuck in the ground, but that's not true, because inside of the ground, it's planting this root, this ginormous root that it's gonna uplift itself with. And, you know, after 5 years, it can grow up to like 30 to 35 inches in a single day. And I think in a week, it can grow to like 60 to 90 feet tall. But the moral of the story, it doesn't happen overnight whatsoever. It happens after years of dedicating yourself and being so delusional to the point where your mind is so focused and attached to these goals that you want that nothing will fucking stop you. Nothing will stop you, whether it's spiritual, the devil, or if it's people on this earth. Nothing will stop you, because you know and you believe so hard. You have planted your roots in this life, in this ground, to the point where you know that one day you are going to sprout up like never before. You will fucking do it all. You will do everything that you say you would. That is exactly how life works. I was in that phase for so long where my roots were being planted, but the problem with me was that I didn't realize that my roots were being planted. So I was constantly mad. I was telling myself that it wasn't working. I was depressed. I thought I was going to fail. But little did I know that I was planting these roots in the ground, and one day they all sprouted up. They all magically popped up. But at the same time, it's not magic. I made it happen because I believed in myself, and I was delusional to the point where I did everything I needed to do, no matter the results. And one day, everything turned out to be good. I was literally in pain because I knew that I was going to get to my dreams, my goals one day, but it wasn't happening in that very moment. And that is actually what excites me. I know that I'm gonna have millions, even maybe billions of dollars, but you know, if I'm not there yet, it just makes me more excited, right? I'm not the person who walks away and is like, it's not gonna happen, whatever I get. I am here to plant my roots and know in my head that I will get there one day. Even if, like, take my phone away, take my social media platform away, take all of my knowledge away, I swear to you that I will get up the next morning, learn it all back, no matter how fucking long it takes, and make it happen. I don't care what the fuck happens to me. I will get up, do what 99% of people won't do, and fucking win. That is my life. That is my mind. That is my whole universe and what I am made of. That is what I am about. And that is what you should be about too, because you are no different than me. We are all creatures that can attain anything that we want. No matter who you are, how old you are, where you live, I promise you that you can get to your dreams. You are no different than these billionaires and millionaires, me, anyone, any successful person. You are just in the root phase where you have to put that root in the ground and believe in yourself so hard. No matter how much time passes of no results, you have to keep going. Like, please keep going. It is a superpower if you can push through the phases where nothing is working out and make it happen. Because I promise you, one day it will happen. From the bottom of my heart, if you want it that bad, you will make it happen. So look, it doesn't matter what people say. Like, fuck the results, fuck the money. Stop attaching yourself to these things that you don't have and live in the present moment so much that you love what you're doing every single day, and you know at the same time that you're going to make it happen, because you will. If you have that mindset, you've already beat 99% of people. You believe in yourself and you are delusional enough to the point where you will work no matter what comes in front of you and what results you see. I'm blessed, I'm grateful, and no matter what my life looked like back then, I know that it was for a reason. I'm so thankful for that. And before I hop off here, I want to actually tell you guys a really quick affirmation that I've been telling myself for a very long time, that if you repeat it enough, it literally starts to come to reality. And it's actually on my phone screen. Here, let me show you. I don't know if you can see, but it says, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. And I told myself this over and over until I felt it. I felt my life starting to change, and it just came to reality. Like, life is all about the internal state, and if you can be delusional enough, anything can happen. I promise you that. No goal is too far for you. No dream that you have in your head is too fucking far. It can get me fucking emotional because I was in the same fucking place, bro. But I promise you, you can do it. No matter what you think, you can do anything that you put your mind to, as long as you are delusional enough. Get rid of other people and focus on yourself and your future. You will make it work. Be delusional. Peace out.